I'll be honest, this wasn't the easiest stretch to turn into a video. A lot of road, a lot of little towns, and not a lot that jumps off the screen. But sometimes that's the point. This part of the trip wasn't about drama. It was about it quietly rolling toward Perth and realising the first big leg of the journey was nearly done.
Old water rails and gold rush dreams still whisper through it all. Cunderdin's got a surprise or two that makes you look again. A country pub, a college town, and stories round the bend. I used to think these little places were just names upon a sign, but the more I roll between them, the more they take their time. We're rolling into Perth, 1 mile at a time, through the dust and through the wheat, underneath this western sky. It's not about the skyline or the lights when they appear. It's knowing that we made it from way back over there. We're rolling into Perth, and the road has brought us here. Meckering comes with memory. The ground once shook this town. The people here kept standing when the world came tumbling down. Baker's Hill is calling, with a pie shop on the way, and every Sunday rider knows the reason that they say.
As the first leg of this journey draws to a close, Biscuit and I would like to say a genuine thank you to everyone who's come along with us, for the comments, the suggestions, the hints, the tips, and more than that, for the encouragement. It really does make a difference out here. We won't be doing the usual Perth video highlights. There's plenty of those on YouTube, done by people a lot more professional than me. No, Biscuit and I are going to take the trike out for a bit of exercise, not too much. Give the brain a chance to grow a few more grey cells. Catch up with a couple of distant friends for a cuppa, not for too long, excuse me. And hopefully get those videos back up to date. Then we can start the second let, Perth to Broome, with a clean slate. And I reckon that sounds pretty good to me.
Somewhere in the movement between the trucks and city air, I realized this first long chapter has finally brought us there.
Before I wrap up, I'm often asked about costs, etc. So I'm going to put that up in a moment. But before I do, there's one thing I want to say. Quite a few people have very kindly said, when you get here, we'll call in, or I'll buy you a cuppa, or even buy you a pint. And I genuinely appreciate that. I really do. It means so much. But despite good intentions, the honest truth is I just can't always make those things happen. Between driving, setting up, looking after Biscuit, filming, editing, uploading, and trying to keep the wheels turning, the days just disappear so quickly. So please don't think I'm being rude if I don't call in. The offer means a lot, even if I can't take them up. Thank you. Now let's get on with these stats, shall we? Yeah, that's all more or less in what I budgeted. You got $2,435 for fuel and camp. I budgeted for $6. Over the whole journey, so that's about a third, so that's about right. I did 9 kilometres for 9 litres per 100, it's not 9.42. I suggest you pause the video to study them any further if you want to. Well, that's about it. I've had more endings of this, more comebacks than Nellie Melba, as they say. Anyway, this is it. This is the end of this episode. Just a second. Jeez. What, Biscuit? What do you want? You sure? Biscuit's had a haircut and she wants to show everybody. So I'll go out with a picture of Biscuit with a new haircut. All right? So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And we'll see you at the start of the new leg in the next episode. So for now, thank you very much and hooroo.
And the road has brought us here. Yeah, the road has brought us here.